Welcome everybody to a H3VOD EXP. Today I am joined by Alexa Nikolas, who is currently, we've mentioned it briefly, but she is suing Cat Tenbarge for defamation.
I am.
And your story is fascinating. It's troubling. And it's a really powerful reminder about what these journalists are getting up to, like these new agey internet. They're like drama journalists.
Yeah, bloggers. Like
she's best friends, or I don't know best friends, but she's very close with Taylor Lorenz and Adam McIntyre. This very much reveals the type of ethics that they prescribe to, of what Cat put you through.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Well, tell us a little bit about your background, first of all.
A little bit about my background. Okay.
I mean, you were a child actor, right?
I was a child actor. I started working in the industry around like 3 or 4 years old.
Wow.
So very, very young. And I, worked in Chicago. And then basically when I was about 6 years old, my mom was like, do you want to go and do pilot season? And pilot season back then was when people would come to Los Angeles for TV shows that were up and coming, like pilots.
Oh, okay.
They don't do that anymore. But when I was younger, they did. And so we came to Los Angeles when I was 6. I ended up getting a bunch of jobs.
Really?
I did. I worked pretty much right away because I met Aaron Spelling at a park. It was a really long story. But I ended up working right away. And my mom was like, the weather is so much fucking better here than Chicago. So we stayed. And then I was in Los Angeles ever since. And then around 12 years old, I ended up getting Zoe 101, which is what I'm probably like most, I guess, known for. Mm-hmm. And I worked with, unfortunately, Dan Schneider.
The Dan.
The Dan. It's so
the
bad. Creepy Dan.
Do you have any Dan Schneider stories? Was he ever weird? Or he was...
Oh, I've said a lot of them. I said some also on Quiet on Set.
Yeah, also, you worked on this
yes.
HBO. It was HBO, right?
It was
documentary
HBO.
About Dan Schneider.
Yes.
And just the general ethics,
yes.
the insane ethics that took place on those kind of Dan Schneider sets, right?
Oh yeah, it was pretty bad. I mean, what he was allowing to take place with children involved as a grown man was just deeply disturbing because a lot of it was, sexual innuendos with children. And it was just so hyper normalized on set that, and not just that, watching him get massages from his employees all the time. And that was hyper normalized. And as a kid, you grow up then kind of thinking that's okay.
That's so weird. You can imagine me asking one of you guys for a massage.
Stop.
That's just, and they're adults.
It would be fucking weird, man. And it was weird then, but like when you're a kid, you just think like that's kind of weird, but then no one else is making a big fuss about it. So then maybe like, why am I?
When you're 6 or under 10, I mean, anything that adults are doing, you just presume is normal.
Correct.
Yeah.
And he did a lot of very just weird things. And he was also just a bully in a lot of ways and just not really kind, at least to me. My experience with him was just not great. I ended up leaving the show due to the bullying that was happening on set with Jamie Lynn Spears.
Right.
Jamie Lynn Spears was just a really difficult person to work with.
Little sister.
Yeah, she was really difficult. And pretty much the last season, I ended up getting, put into a trailer with, Britney Spears and yelled at due to what Jamie Lynn Spears was telling Britney and giving her misinformation and telling her basically that I was the problem. So after that experience, we went to Nickelodeon and we're like, we want out. Or we want at least someone to actually care about what's happening here. And the adults ended up putting me in a room. Dan Schneider was yelling at me and I was alone. I was 12 years old. 12? I was like 12, dude. I was fucking 12. And you have this like, and you know what he looked like then. Like, he was just like a very like force, and it was really terrifying. I was crying. And my mom basically said, you got to pull us out of here or else. And I'll never forget the day I was like eating pizza and my mom got the phone call and she was like, they're letting you leave. And it was so sad.
How are they going to force you to stay?
Contractually. I had like certain seasons I had to be with them for.
Okay.
So for me to leave, it would have to be something.
They're releasing you from the contract.
Yes, but they had to punish me first. So what they said to my mom was, yes, we'll let go of her, but she's never allowed to a Kids' Choice Awards. Even though I was the one who like dealt with something from them, they had to punish me for leaving. So that's obviously a good little look into like being a child star. It's just like traumatic.
Also, it kind of
Not
shows
fun.
like the importance of Me Too, because I'll tell you this.
True.
At the time, they're abusing
true.
kids and parents, and they are not afraid of the repercussions at
You're
all.
so right.
Today, people would be like, I'm going to yell at this 12-year-old, I'm going to exclude their parents, and I'm going to punish them and say, I'll let you up, but you can't be on the Kids' Choice Awards. These
Yes.
people will be like, I'm going to get exposed immediately.
Oh, 100. And maybe people are still a little bit ballsy when I still hear some stories, so it's not like they're completely changed. But yes, they know way better now not to do that because of the internet.
Yeah.
And now someone like me, I now have my own channel or whatever. Like you can now just press play and say whatever you need to say. So that's scary. I think that's the scariest part for a lot of people.
Do you
now.
worry about these YouTube child stars?
I do. Yes, I do.
They don't have the same protections.
They have none. Yeah. They have no protections, and they don't have a union. I don't even know how the trust fund, like how the money works when it comes to them, since it's not you know what I mean? I'm not sure how exactly that works. But I even feel uncomfortable when I'm like just excited to share my kid on my Instagram, and I'm like, oh my God, you look so cute. And I want to like show the world or whatever. I'm like, I can't imagine though, like making money off of them.
Yeah.
That's where the line
like,
starts to
sweetheart,
go.
it's time to work.
No. And also like it's blending reality with work. So the kid doesn't even necessarily realize that, you know what I mean?
With your actual parents.
Right.
This isn't like you're on set with the Nickelodeon crew.
No, and it's fake, know? So that would fuck me. I mean, I already fucked me up when I was younger. I can't imagine thinking, this is real, actually real, but it's not really.
Why is it that child stars have this reputation for being like traumatized and damaged? Is it just the fact of putting a child in that situation at all? Or is it just a bunch of bad people in bad positions?
I've thought about it a lot, and there's a lot of ways to answer that question. But lately, what's been really on my mind is I think we were just taught at a very young age to please people. And we never like felt good enough in that way, where everything, it was an audition. Someone has to hire you. Someone has to approve of you. You can't say anything or you're fired or you look like you're problematic at a very, very young age.
Right.
And I think when things start to boil to the surface, it's almost like taking control of being like, I don't want you to fucking maybe like me also. Like, I want to do what I want to do right now. And I think there's that's just something I've been thinking about a lot. Like, just what is that? Not rebellion, but a little bit of this outburst.
Right.
And I think it's you're reclaiming who you are.
That makes a lot of
sense,
actually.
So that's really what I'm thinking.
That's a lot of conditioning to put on a child who are very impressionable, and they take everything in, right?
Yeah, they take everything in. And they don't even understand life yet. Like, life is this, like, you know what I mean? Imagine just at a very young age that everything you do, it has to be approved of.
Right.
That's a really hard, not just what your lines are or memorizing your lines, your behavior when the camera turns off is also like, it's, I just say there's a lot of pressure. So there's a lot of pressure.
It almost sounds like just child acting in general is almost like by definition exploit. It sounds like damaging just by the very definition of it.
Not and I think like some parents, like my mom, she believed when that was happening that she was doing something great for her daughter. Not all the parents are just, these studio moms that are just trying to like, there are those. And then there are some that really are like, oh my God, my kid likes this and she seems to be doing really well at it. And like, I want her to succeed in life. And, and so that was my mom. Like my mom was really all about that. And I watched her, but you can see how then like the networks and everything around her would exploit that, that like genuine need or want of your kid succeeding or having a good life, and doing something they love, and then how they exploit then the kid on top of that.
Right.
That's the scariest part. You're like, I even remember being on set and they'll be like, oh, we need to go like an hour over, and you're not supposed to do that. And they would be like, shh, don't say anything.
For kids, right? It's very strictly
it's super
regulated.
strict. Yeah, and they would be like, they would come into the makeup and hair room and be like, shh, like, you okay with that? But shh. Like, don't tell SAG. It's like, whoa, then now there's this secret happening and you don't even know if you have the right to say, well, I actually kind of want to go home now. I have rights here. And I don't remember once as a child actor, anyone telling me what my rights were. I think that's also where the fuck up is. I feel like if kids were also like there was someone telling them like, you're allowed to do this. When you want to take a break, you can do this. no one's setting you up for that, and not even the parent, So the kid's just like, if I have to pee while, I know this is weird, but like if I have to pee while I'm like in the middle of a scene, I'll hold it till we're done and get to the next angle because I don't want to get up and put more time on the clock. And there's just a lot of like just keeping things in to please people. I really think that's what I'm also unwinding or trying to untangle in my adult years is like, it's okay if someone doesn't like you, and that doesn't mean you're a bad person. It actually means that maybe you're just somebody who is standing into who you actually are, and you don't have to get people to like you. But it's hard. It's hard because that's always in the back of your head as a kid.
That's I think that's might be the best explanation I've heard for.
Really?
I mean, I've never heard it that way. Just like how the conditioning for all these, because you just assume like these kids are thrown into like super fame. Obviously, has its own issues. But when you look at all these child actors, like specifically like really notorious ones, like Britney Spears, for example, and you just look at that and say like, oh, it's because of people doing this and because of the condition, and it's never really it's never really examining the nature of child acting or child performing in itself,
right?
As a concept.
Correct. And it's like maybe this person's also trying to say like fuck off. It's a little bit of a big fuck off. Like I want to go do this now, and if you don't let me, watch out. And that's okay. I think it's actually. I just wish there was more support for those individuals when they are going through that moment of reclaiming who they are and like what they want to do with their life without somebody controlling it. I wish there was just more. And well, not just that, it's also very fairly new. Like this is still being studied, like this is still so new. There's not even like, even when I go to my therapist, he's trying to like get the books out and be like, whoa, he doesn't know much about child acting. I haven't really been to a therapist that really is like, I know exactly what that's like, because you don't unless you actually experieed it.
There's not a lot of people.
No,
doing that.
No, and they're not becoming therapists.
And they're kids.
Maybe
well,
they are.
I mean, they're the ones in therapy.
We are in therapy. Yeah, everyone needs to be in therapy. But yes, 100%. So I would say it's a lot of things. It's not an easy question to answer. But I would say that's something I've been thinking about a lot lately, especially during all of this. Because one of the biggest parts for me during this process of dealing with like the bullying, of Adam and Kat was that wound in me of like, I have to please the people watching, and now I have to please, how I'm presenting myself about my emotions is going to be judged. And I went right back to like being on set as a kid. Like it just instantly brought me back there, where I was like, I can't move. Oh, 100%. I mean, my last live like a year ago today, which is so weird that I'm here a year later, but I don't like watching that video, but sometimes like I have to if we're doing something. But when I look at it, I'm like, oh my God, I could see me frozen from just that memory of my childhood having to please how I'm feeling about something. Like I wanted to scream and I wanted to do all these things, but like I could tell I wasn't allowing myself to do that because I wanted to please who was watching me. And it was just very weird. So, now I feel like I'm in therapy. Ethan,
hey, listen,
what's going on here?
We all got, you know what I mean?
Where can I sit down out of this?
We have a post-show therapist standing by.
Yeah, amazing. Well, that's another thing too. Like I really wish that, or I really hope this ends up happening, where there are like certified therapists on set at all times for kids, so that, because the biggest problem for me when I was a kid, when something bad happened on set, whoever you go to has an invested interest in keeping the thing going, So no one's really safe. No one's going to give you a neutral response. There's always another motive, and you need somebody there that's like, I'm not part of this fucking moving train, and I'm just here to make sure you're okay on this moving train. And I pray that one day I hear like, oh, we got certified therapists, and that they're not in bed with the corporation that is hiring them, but maybe it's like more the union, not the corporation, because I just even wouldn't trust that, because then a therapist, for example, will still feel like, I want to get hired again by this whatever, and may just, I don't know, so it needs to still be something that's outside of the corporate structure, so to speak. But that would be wonderful to see that. So
moving on from
therapy,
when you were a child actor, then you moved on to kind of becoming an activist against.
Yes.
Well,
I didn't choose that. I never thought I was going to end up there.
Well, so you ended up in this documentary
Yes.
about Quiet on Set.
Yes.
And how did you end up involved in that project?
Well, it was because I actually protested Nickelodeon. So I was already protesting for a while. I came forward as a survivor. When was it? When Nova was born. So 2020, I came out with an open letter about what had happened to me. And I was groomed at the age of 16 into a marriage with this person who was 33 at the time when I was 16. And he found me on MySpace. Very long, awful story. But long story short, I came forward about that. And for a very long time, I really thought, well, first of all, I didn't even know what grooming was until I was like 26. Like I knew like To Catch a Predator a little bit when I was younger, but it was always like some creepy guy with coolers or like that kind of imagery. It wasn't like, oh, this person's a musician and a cool guy, so to speak. And anyways, I came forward and I thought for such a long time that it was just me, like a little bit. Like I blamed myself and I didn't really have the proper language to even communicate it. But being pregnant with Nova and having to think about how am I going to communicate what it's like if she chooses to identify as a woman, as a girl, like how am I going, either way, how am I going to communicate what it has been like for me as a woman, as a girl? And that a whole flood happened for me. And I was like, oh, I haven't processed a lot of shit and I need to maybe start doing this before she is born. So I promised myself I'm not going to say anything or do anything really until I've processed it and she's been born. So when she was born, I did the open letter and I was like shocked how many people messaged me that they went through a similar thing. And it like really broke me. It was to see so many. It wasn't like 5 DMs or one, this was like 100 DMs a day of people being like, thank you for I haven't even told my mom, or I haven't told my sister. I've never even told my best friend, or it was my brother. Like, just like these stories, I was like, wow, there needs to be more representation of this topic, because a lot of people still feel like they aren't safe to come forward about it. And so that was kind of what changed the trajectory, I ended up moving in that direction of feeling really activated in that space. And then I ended up suing my abuser. And that was very liberating. But the story behind that is just a hellhole, which it is for most survivors coming forward about sexual abuse. But anyways, after that, I learned something pretty major, which was the management, which was a huge management owned by Live Nation that represented my abuser, was part of putting in a contract without my knowledge to basically make him immune from assault and battery. You can't ever as a crime, right? But they snuck in this old ass language of assault and battery, which, by the way, that used to be it didn't get abolished until I think it was the 70s, where you couldn't sue your spouse. Like you couldn't sue your husband because it'd be you suing yourself, because the last name is the same and you're one and the same. So if your husband abused you, for example, you could not sue them. You cannot get justice. And it's this old language, but it showed up in the stipulated judgment when I was getting a divorce. The mediator was brought to me by the huge management firm, right? Super not a good idea. And they slipped in this language without my knowledge. And I never agreed to it. No one ever told me I was releasing assault and battery. No one ever brought it to the table.
So in the negotiation to divorce.
Yeah, it was like a 5-minute thing. It was like
so this clause that you weren't aware of got snuck in.
Correct. And so when I went to go sue him,
by your lawyer or his lawyer?
He wouldn't let me have a lawyer. He said he would put me on the streets.
How old were you at the time?
So I was with him until 2019. Well, I was with him until 2016, and then I escaped him 2016.
So you didn't have a lawyer?
No, I couldn't get. Yeah, I had no money. He held all the power. He was helping, pay a roof over my head. So he really used that, and he would put that in emails, and this was like in writing. This wasn't even just a he said, she said thing. Like this was actually happening to me in writing, and it was so scary that I was like, you know what? A mediator, okay, I get to get out of here. I really want to get out of here. And so I allowed the mediator that firm picked. And that was a huge, when I realized how that worked. So when I went to get justice, he raised that. He raised that to the judge that, oh, look here, actually, even if I did do this to this 16-year-old girl. this is how sad this works for survivors. Then your plaintiff lawyer, that's just a contingency lawyer, right? Like a pro bono lawyer, was like, this is getting a little too much for me. I'm afraid of malicious prosecution now because there's this little language in here, and it's such a nightmare.
Your lawyer got spooked by it?
My lawyer got spooked by it, yeah. And it was the most devastating. I can't even explain that day, okay? But it was awful. And after I cried and cried and cried and cried and cried, my husband had to watch me. Then the next day, though, I was like, you know what? If I can't do something for myself right now, I'm going to go fucking do something for others. And that literally is what came to my mind. I was like, what can I do? How can I show predators that maybe they don't even need to be now just afraid of their victim, but all victims, that we will show up on behalf of someone else. And that's what dawned on me. And so I was like, what can I do? And then there was a Diplo situation. Obviously, that was circulating about what Diplo was being alleged to do. And he had a show that was coming up while he was in a criminal investigation. And it was an all ages show in the street for anybody to show up. And I was like, this is kind of fucked up. Like, why is this person having an all ages show during a criminal investigation about, a minor, right?
Sure.
And so I was like, I'm going to go protest. They can't stop a protest. That's our right.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, we should go protest. And so I called up a few of my friends. I'm like, let's go. It was super last minute. And my protest sign, the event that he was doing was called Eat the Rich. And so I was like, what is my protest sign going to be? So I said, eat predators.
That's clever.
And that was my first.
Diplo was doing a Eat the Rich?
Yeah, stop. I know it's a joke.
Bro,
Don't
what?
even, no,
well, let me Google his net worth real fast.
I know, right?
How much of that have you given away, Mr. Duplo?
I know. I actually,
that
was one of the first things I said to my husband. I was like, wait, so are we supposed to eat him?
He's probably worth even more than that, honestly. He's one of the highest paid DJs.
That's crazy. That guy and
70. No, this one says 70. Let's eat the rich, guys.
Yeah, I'm rich.
70 million.
He just puts himself
You're
on a platter.
looking pretty tasty to me.
You're looking super tasty to me.
Shit,
He
dude.
did not like that. And my husband was like, let's go into the center of the crowd. I was like, are you fucking crazy? He's like, let's go. And I was like, okay. And so we went into the center of the crowd with our protest signs, and he saw it. And to see his face.
What did it say other than eat the predator? Was it calling him out?
Alleged R word.
Ooh. So
with his
not
face.
So he
that was my
not-
husband's sign.
he
My
would
sign
not
was
have been
eat
happy.
predators.
Yeah.
But that was his. I was like, fuck yeah. He's like, oh, my husband's awesome, actually. But anyways, we were in the middle, and I was like, this is so, we can do this. And I saw his face, and it's like, yeah, I'm on your fucking turf right now, and I'm here like standing up for something that I believe that maybe you did, and it wasn't right. And so anyways, that was the beginning of that. And I was like, wow, we can actually protest. Maybe we can make more noise. And specifically for me, it was about how the music industry was covering up sexual abuse. And I knew this from a firsthand experience. And now we know a lot through Diddy. Now this all has really come to like the collective consciousness now, but at that time it wasn't. It was the film industry that was being known for this, but it wasn't the music industry. So I was like, let's go for the music industry. And then the next one was a lawyer. So I protested a law firm who, I found these documents public. Okay. No one
Very clear. That becomes important later.
I can't. Yes, it gets important later. Please do not harass me. They're public. So I found these public documents of Brian Friedman, where he was being accused of gang blank of a minor. And he is a very well-known lawyer, and now he represents Justin Baldoni, and people know him a lot in the public eye. And so I found those documents, and I realized he was representing also a lot of alleged predators. And I was like, how interesting this is that this hasn't been spoken about at all. There's no dialogue around this, and it felt like a little bit protectiveness was going around in the industry somehow, some way. And so I protested his law firm. And that was, after that, I was every Thursday just organizing protests and making sometimes 10 to 30 protest signs a week.
And what the protesting his office was just protesting the fact that he kept defending
alleged
predators?
It was what he did. And he was the person who...
He was accused of doing...
He was accused of doing this in college before he became a lawyer.
Okay.
And not only that, he was my abuser's lawyer.
Oh.
And when I saw how he was behaving, it's like, this is what came to my mind. It's like, okay, if you did do it, that's fucked, If you didn't do it, why are you representing, it really was just a very peculiar thing to see this person who has been accused of this, in my opinion, bullying a survivor who's trying to come forward. And he was trying to block my justice, man. And he's been accused of this. And it was so like, wow, like the privilege and the audacity of sometimes these dudes was a little bit too much for me. So I wanted people to know, at least survivors, that if they were being bullied by him while they were trying to get justice, I wanted them to know what he's been accused of. And I think they deserve to know. And also, I wanted the bar to make it that you cannot be cross-examined by somebody who has been accused of sexual abuse, because I feel like that, you know what I mean? It's a little bit conflict of interest or perceived conflict of interest, and survivors deserve more rights in those spaces. So that was my angle on that. And then Nickelodeon. That's how we got to Nickelodeon. And then after that, like a day later, there was a journalist who was basically doing investigation about Dan Schneider, and she found me through the protest. She was able to get it greenlit. And then after that, the Quiet on Set producers reached out to her, who then reached out to me, and then that journey began.
What was your role in the documentary?
My role was just saying things again about Dan Schneider, talking about the experience, which was specifically...
You were a witness.
I was a witness to the how do you say it? It's like not slime, the jelly. It's so horrible. I don't even want to say it. The slime that was on Jamie Lynn Spears' face. That was perceived as, and I was there when that happened, and they were all laughing as adults that it was an adult joke. And I'll never forget that day. And so that was one of the things that I said in Quiet on Set, was something I firsthand saw Dan laughing at, is a kid being perceived like that, and I knew. And then the boys behind me were like, is that and then I was like, what is that? I never heard what that term was before.
On the set, there was other people saying, is that about a kid? Oh God.
Yeah, no, it was just like,
where do they find these people? How do all these people find each other?
I don't know, but they do flock together.
Shows.
What do you say? And
let's all make kid shows.
I know. No, that's the grossest part with Dan Schneider. It's out of all things.
Listen, they end up there for a reason.
I think so too.
So just like the priests,
they gravitate towards those spaces because that's the space they want to.
Yeah.
That's what they want to do, I guess.
They're around kids. They have authority.
Yes.
That's basically the.
And they have a control.
Yeah.
And how the kids are perceived. The Ariana Grande footage, to me, when I saw that, years later after, being off of Nickelodeon. And I saw it and I went, wow, people have been protecting him all these years. And that's the problem, because they don't get better. They find that there's a lot more space for them to get worse, actually. And that's usually what ends up happening. They think they have the liberties to go and do that. A
lot of time I look at these situations and you go, how did he think he was going to get away with that? And I think they just get so pathologically obsessed that they don't even think about that.
Correct. And they have delusions of grandeur too. They're not thinking like you and I. We'll never be able to get in the the mind of someone like that. It's like the child star thing. It's like you can't really understand these things until you're, unfortunately,
and it's not a lot to have. This all kind of moves to the next part of this. So in the documentary, they mentioned Drake Bell. I don't remember if he was mentioned as an abuser. There was so much swirling around him that he was both abused and also an abuser. And what was essentially how did that story evolve?
So I think what people didn't really understand fully was, basically, I didn't find out that Drake Bell was in this documentary until 24 hours before the rest of the world did. We were in these isolated interviews. We were not in the same, it wasn't like this with everyone in the same space. Different days the interviews were done, and no one informed us that Drake Bell was going to be in this. Meanwhile, I'm doing E-Predators.
At the time, he's known as a predator.
He is definitely known as that, and he was known as that to me.
He got busted for
child endangerment.
Sexting with a minor. A sexting with a minor?
Yeah, I think it was DMing.
Okay, yeah.
DMing on Instagram. And so basically, I find out, they're like, we have to tell you something. I'm like, oh my God, the fuck is happening? And they're like, well, Drake Bell is going to be in this documentary with you. And I was like,
he's going to be making accusations.
Well, at first they didn't go right out and say that. They were just like, Drake Bell's going to be in this. And the first thing that I said was like, I don't know about that because what the fuck am I going to do with that? Like I'm going to get attacked for this. And so then they went, no, Alexa, he is coming forward about something that had happened to him. I was like,
it's confusing.
And not even that part, but like, what happened to him? You know? And you know, you're like, we're in the same world, okay? So like, I could have been in the same space. Who is it? You know, like all these things start paranoia. Like, was flushing down. Like, do I know this person? You know, I'm like, what happened to him? And they were like, he got sexually abused as a child by the scriptie on set. I was just, my protest sign had his abuser on it, and I didn't know it was him.
Your protest sign?
When I was protesting Nickelodeon, everyone knew about Brian Peck.
That's the guy who...
But Drake Bell was John Doe in the case.
Wait, hold on. Brian Peck. That's the guy?
Yeah, not Josh Peck. Not Drake
Okay,
and Josh.
like,
Don't pull him into this.
Okay, no, I just want to clarify.
He probably gets that all the time. He's like, please get me the fuck out. I know.
Okay, so
and it's Drake.
Not
so
that
it's
Peck.
Not helpful.
So people knew that guy had a history of this.
Yeah, well, we knew.
You were protesting him.
I found it out while I was doing my research for the protest. And I found out like, oh, wow, there was this scriptee. He sexually abused some kid who was on Nickelodeon, and we didn't know who it was. It was just John Doe. And I like went ham on that, you know, in my protest. And so and I was so mad at that guy. And when I heard it was somebody I knew, and I knew personally, you know, I met him when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And it really shook me up, and a lot of things came to my mind, and just also fear of like, wow, that could have, you know, happened to any of us. And now it's somebody that we know, and now it's somebody that we know who is also, you know, this now. We also now have to deal with what he's been accused of, and what he's pled guilty to. And so I didn't know how to feel. All I knew was like, my first thing that came to my mind, if somebody was abused, they could go on and abuse somebody else. And that happens. And so that was what I was thinking. And so I knew I had to go live though the next day.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, all these people are going to be trying to listen to me to be like, what are you going to say? You know? And it was a lot of pressure. And I basically said that, you know, that I wanted to, at least for now, give this person the space to come forward about something that happened to him. And it's not to diminish what he's been accused of or what he has pled guilty to, but it's to make sure that we're allowing spaces collectively for survivors to come forward, no matter what.
Yeah.
And
the victim was the child. The child that was the victim,
the adult, yes.
was
everything
innocent,
came after that.
Was pure
yes.
and innocent.
He was like a 15-year-old boy.
You know,
yeah,
we're talking about a child who was abused. Not talking about grown-up Drake.
No. And so, you know, that was a lot for me. And so then I knew that people were going to want me to talk about everything with Drake Bell. And so I was like, you know, I still feel pretty uncomfortable. Like, he's a registered SO. And so someone on Quiet on Set, Kate Taylor, they were like, no, he's not a registered SO. I was like, wait, that's in the, you know, New York Times article. Like, what are you talking about? You know, that's kind of a big deal. Yeah, that makes that's a big deal.
Yeah.
And so anyways, I'm like, what? And she goes, you know, I was like, I want to readjust this. But after realizing that New York Times could put something like so false in something, I would rather read something that feels like from the case itself. And so basically what ended up happening, she sends me over these documents, and they're just the Drake Bell public documents from the Cleveland police. Okay, just like any, you know, public documents. And I began to review them, and, you know, probably kind of wish I did not, you know, in a lot of ways, because it really fucked me up. What I realized was, first of all, that some things were misinformation online.
Right.
I did think that he sent nudes to this minor. That was really what was being told online. And that goes back to misinformation online. But I really believed that. And then I found out there were no nudes, right, to the minor. It's like, okay. And it's a little bit of, just a little bit of differences. So I'm like, how am I going to, but also I have to address this. This is a nightmare. I'm like, and guys, so this, but not the, so it just, as a survivor, advocate, these are very sensitive topics. So I started to feel really uncomfortable.
Sure, yeah.
It made me feel really stressed.
Because how can you say that like without
making it diminishing something?
Essentially defending him and indirect, even if indirectly.
Correct. And it gave me stressed me out. No, and again, it got worse though. It just kept getting worse. And it was like, and then when he realized what her age was, he disengaged speaking to her immediately. That was not the narrative I was told. It was that he was grooming her since the age of 12.
That's
okay.
So, well, hold on. Did he talk to her when she was 12?
There's no evidence of that, no.
So the evidence shows that he
started talking to her at 15.
As an adult.
Yes.
Started talking to her when she was 15. How did they connect?
They connected just online on Instagram.
Okay, on Instagram.
And this is why it's like very upsetting. Drake Bell, regardless of what's even in these documents, right? He knows, he has the responsibility to know also that he is on a TV show that attracts minors. Okay, this is not just like somebody who's on Friends. Mm-hmm. He is like literally on some, a show that's going to attract minors. So he should right away, definitely, let's make sure you know the age of the person you're talking to, right? That wasn't good that he.
Well,
that he
I have to assume that her profile of a 15-year-old is not that subtle.
Well, this is where it gets kind of murky, but that's another. So the whole thing just. The more I read, the more I wanted to just lay in bed all day.
Confusing.
Kind of. Confusing, stressful.
Confusing what he did, confusing about how you talk about it.
Correct. And then how people are going to interpret what I'm trying to communicate to them. And I'm supporting the survivor. And at the same time, I'm reading these documents, though, and I have to still say it to you guys factually. I'm not going to be part of misinformation, so it makes me like really stressed out.
Well, you're explaining why people avoid nuanced conversations.
True,
because it forces you to
comfortable.
Have to explain difficult things, to have to think about difficult things. Where things are not things are almost never black and white, but people when they discuss these contentious issues, they need it to be black and white so that they can be the ultimate good guy and everybody else is the ultimate bad guy. And that you're explaining the emotion of how nuance dies.
Yes,
online.
and complexity.
Yeah,
how complexity. Like I'm really starting to dislike this notion that we are like simply this or simply that. Like we all know being human beings, like inside our heads is a shit ton of things going on. We are so many different versions of ourselves combining into one present moment, and like there's so much to one person, and I know every person knows that, and I feel like I do feel like we're losing sight of that a lot with the internet, because the dogpiling thing is starting to happen just because somebody doesn't want to create the space for, I think, what they don't want to accept about themselves is that they're not perfect and they have a lot of shit maybe going on with them. And that shadow, it for 1 second to put someone else down makes you feel relieved and forget about what actually is happening, I think, inside of yourself. So, but anyways, the Drake Bell thing was like a nightmare. I'm reading these documents. I'm getting more and more stressed out. And there was another aspect to it. Was I was told that these witnesses or whatever were random women. I think even Kat Tenbarge called them
the witnesses to what?
To Drake, to what happened to this victim of Drake.
What did they witness?
So basically what ends up happening is this girl so he disengaged. This girl ends up going to a show. Okay. So he ends up signing her card from the aunt chaperone. She ends up accusing him of something happening in a hotel room, in a room, and also in another room. The aunt, the chaperone who is with her, went against that testimony. Okay, so that got worse for me, dude. That did not help. That aunt, I'm just being real, that sucked. I was just like, I hate this. I want to get out of these.
Whose chaperone was it?
It was hers, the girl.
So the girl
who
had
knew
a
her since she was
chaperone.
born.
So like a family friend or someone said that she never
alone.
met him.
No, that she did, but she was never alone with him.
They were never alone. She was there the whole time. Well, that's pretty. Yeah.
No, it fucked me up. I still am like, I don't like this. I like to always eject with this because here's complexity, and I'm like, I want this to be simple, but it's not. And how am I going to explain this?
Like he fucked up.
Yes.
Big time. But also,
there's other things.
But
to
also,
it.
maybe he didn't rape a child, which is what people are saying he did.
Yes, and factually, he did not send nudes to this minor, right? That's what a huge part of it was like. Well, because
I totally understand the emotional turmoil because I feel uncomfortable even talking about it.
100%. No, you're good.
Like,
I'm like, are you feeling what I'm feeling?
He's like, no, he did something very wrong.
Yes.
And chatting up his fans, not verifying the age. People, I always shit on influencers for doing that. It's horrible. It's one of the worst things you can do with your platform.
I agree.
But then.
I agree.
But also being like, well, did he rape a child? Because that's obviously a step further.
A lot of steps further here.
And
it's like,
so by being like, actually, he didn't do that. People will say, "Oh, you're defending Drake Bell," and
yes.
and
yes, and then I'm like, then I'm putting down the victim. I'm just reading the document.
The thing is that they're kind of right in a way, but it's also the truth.
Right.
So it's like, do you just not talk about it?
Right. But aren't we also trying not to be like, but that's like the hard part is like all of us I know are charged by when something is hidden or something, we're protecting something that's not right. It's like, why are we afraid of the truth? It's like, it's interesting like to be afraid of something that is bad for sure, but the truth is becoming scary. And like that is kind of worrying me because it even worries, I was scared of that truth, right? And I didn't know how to communicate that truth to who was listening to me.
So what did you end up?
Nothing.
You didn't say anything.
Just shut up.
Right.
I just thought that's actually not really how it started. This account called Exposing Rich started like harassing the shit out of me on Twitter.
Why did they target you?
Because of Drake Bell. So I take down
but what did you say
video.
about Drake Bell?
I didn't say anything, but I took down my original video due to me wanting to make another video where I didn't perpetuate the misinformation. Mm-hmm. I thought it was important to I could do better than that. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be honest, man, at the end of that video, brought up his son. I regret it. When I found out like what happened to him, a kid does not need to be thrown into it. And I was like mad at myself for involving this kid and making fun of it. Like, not making fun of the kid, but making fun of someone who's at a low point, and it's like, it's his dad. And I couldn't unsee that as a parent. So I was like, I fucking hate that. I want it off my thing, and I wanted to delete it. And I deleted it, and then this Exposing Rich account just went ham. And I mean and she's like, I support survivors and I don't want harassing of survivors. And like, if you're an abuser, I'm going to make your life a living hell. It's like, how am I an abuser? So I take down Exposing Rich. She's an anonymous troll account.
Her name is Rich? Is that what it means?
Yeah, it's like
she's
Rich.
Like, I'm Exposing Rich.
Rich.
I'm named Rich. Okay.
Yeah, it's one of those. And she's in the lawsuit. She plays a big part because Kat calls it a great account.
By the way, you see that Taylor Lorenz, who she's friends with, and Kat, she does the same thing. Yes. She spends all day on Twitter retweeting deranged fucking snark accounts that spend all day, literally, like full-time job obsessing over me and giving credibility to these people who are absolutely beyond biased, right? And
of course.
And so this is what they do.
Oh, yes. And it's actually, I don't know about you, but it's painful now. It hurts. Like just the stress of it alone. It's stressful. It's like it doesn't make you feel good. That's for sure. What they do is just shit. Like
so what did this account start saying about
So Alexa Nikolas supports pedophiles. Alexa Nikolas supports pedophiles. Because I unlisted this video. Okay. And I said I support all survivors. I did not say anything about the victim.
And the new video you made, did you say anything like
the new video recently?
You said you made a second one about it.
No, so I never did. Okay, so this is what happens. So I get harassed online. This is when the harassment, all of a sudden, it was like, oh, poor Alexa, what happened to her with Dan Schneider? We feel so bad. Now let's go fuck her up. Mm-hmm. It was like boom, boom, like how the internet goes like that. Just really like kind of manic. Yeah. Like you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm still going through this thing right now. And I didn't do anything. Why are you now dogpiling me? Mm-hmm. I thought this documentary was about Dan Schneider. Like I didn't do anything. I'm not the abuser. I didn't do anything here other than unlist my video. And I'm not saying, and then though I was fighting for Drake Bell to get an apology from the multiple people who wrote letters to the judge defending his abuser. So all these letters got unsealed. They got unsealed. So Quiet On Set unsealed them. And we found out that all of these very well-known people within the entertainment industry wrote letters against Drake when he was a little boy.
His abuser, they were writing letters to.
Tons.
Oh, that's insane.
And I know.
So you were trying to get these people to
apologize,
like,
and I
what the
did. I
fuck?
got multiple people to apologize.
Well,
And I was like, but no one liked that I was doing that. Like, Kat, I didn't like that I was spending time helping baby, like child Drake out. Okay,
Drake, an innocent victim.
Correct.
Yeah.
That now it's like I don't believe the other victim, and now I'm trying to. It was just conspiracy land. It was like I'm a survivor. I care about survivors. I just do. And it's like he's a survivor. I want him to get an apology. I wanted his childhood self to feel healed from that. I really wanted that for him. And like, though I'm a bad guy, I don't think so. I think I actually did the fucking right thing. I really stand by what I did. But it started creating this like really weird behavior online and these conspiracies that Kat was reading. And I really believe that because Exposing Rich was one of the main accounts that she was following, was starting to push this narrative.
The narrative that you are a Drake
pedophile supporter.
Just not even like, oh, she supports Drake.
Oh, and she supports Drake.
You're just into pedophilia.
Yeah, I'm just into, and I'm a survivor of grooming. It was so heartbreaking. Like, it was actually one of the meanest. Like, I've had some things that were mean about me online before, but that really hurt. That was like that stung.
Yeah, it's at the core of everything
that I care about.
That you spend all day thinking and doing and caring about. Yeah.
Yes. And like working my ass off.
Who you are.
And like, yeah, literally naturally who I am. So I was like, this is so fucked up. And then she starts putting videos of my stalker up, who's a restrained person. I'm like, whoa. What is happening? This Exposing Rich account.
There's a guy.
Yes.
And you can read about it in the complaint. It details it.
Yes.
He was obsessing over you and your family. He was making really obscene, ominous.
Oh yeah, death threats. Yes. And then physically stalking me. And then he lived 8 hours away. He moves 11 minutes away from me, and he says he moved there to fuck up my life.
Yeah.
And my family. And we're talking. This is a person with a serious. It was serious.
And so this person, by the way. What you were granted an actual court-ordered restraining order.
Correct.
So they don't
renewed too.
So that's pretty much a validation.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the judge, after seeing his behavior, not only stamped this restraining order, but also added a section in it where my stalker can't even talk about me on social media, or my daughter, or my husband now and my son. And that's very rare in a restraining order. But that was how bad my stalker was online. A lot of his harassment would happen online. And it was deeply affecting my life. Like hours and hours and hours and conspiracy theories about predators and look who takes the bait. Not only is this account Exposing Rich, who says they only support survivors, I find out she's in a group chat with my stalker. With the restrained person, she's talking to my stalker and calling me a supporter of pedophiles.
I mean, that's essentially...
What the fuck is happening?
I feel like that's snark in a nutshell.
That is a snark in a nutshell.
It's like they have this...
What an image.
They write themselves in the story as these noble crusaders.
Yes.
And ultimately, they're honestly just...
moral supremacy.
Obsessed fucking freaks who will say and do anything to smear people they hate.
Oh, yes. It's like a moral supremacy, too. It's like these people think because they have morals about one specific cause or something or issue, they're just morally, superior in all these other areas. It's like, that's not how it fucking works, man. Someone like... there are bad people that like dogs, for example. It's not like just because you care about something, it doesn't mean necessarily also you're a good guy.
Right. So this Exposing Rich account started posting videos with your stalker, court-ordered restraining order in it. And what were these videos? So
the video was right before he got restrained. He ends up doing this interview with the other. There's two other people that are mentioned, or yeah, I think both of them are mentioned in my lawsuit, where these were volunteers. Like when I was beginning ePredators, there were people that wanted to be a part of ePredators that were like, how can I help? Like, this is awesome. Let's do this. Like Survivors United, like it was becoming a league, whatever. Like it was like, okay, let's go. And so there were two people, one of them being Kaylee, who got removed from ePredators because she wanted to make money. So she was asking me constantly about money. She didn't want to do the advocacy without compensation. She wanted it to be sustainable. We were only like 2 or 3 weeks in. I was only 3 weeks in. So I'm like, I can't do that, right? You know, I'm doing this I was minus 50 in my bank account, dude, making these protest signs, literally, dude. But I was like, I can't believe this person's asking for money. Whatever. So I just kindly was like, we're going separate ways right now. And I told her, if you ever change your mind or you want to come back in, come back in, you know? Anyways, this person goes on the Stalker's random podcast that they have, you know, on YouTube to spite me, you know, and wanted to dogpile. And this was before the restraining order, right? So it was like chiller to go hang out with this person. But this was actively while he was harassing me already. And they knew that, but they didn't believe me. It was really interesting. I realized a lot of the survivors didn't believe me when it was happening to me with him. And it was like, oh my God, this is actually happening. And the own survivor community doesn't really necessarily believe me. And it's right there. So anyway, she went on the show. It was a whole conspiracy land of just, I don't know. I really still don't understand the video. It was about e-predators. And it was basically their very distorted grievances about how things ended or how things didn't work out the way that they wanted to. I just wasn't good enough in this, you know, whatever. So, but it was with my stalker. So my stalker ends up putting out this video and has not taken it down, obviously. And now Exposing Rich is posting.
He's reposting.
Is reposting and saying this conspiracy that I stole e-predators from people. I never, literally, factually did not
stole what?
They were saying I stole my own. They said I stole e-predators.
What does that mean?
Like I don't know.
Like
dude.
A hostile takeover or something?
Stop, no.
Is that what they mean?
They meant like someone else created it and then I hijacked it and it wasn't true. Like it was factually it's actually factually not true. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No hijacking of any kind, like at all. And so anyways, it starts to snowball. This account starts tweeting about me almost every 3 minutes, 5 minutes of the day, this Exposing Rich. I'm like, what is going on here? Then I'm seeing like, oh, a lot of people follow this account, people that I know too. And I'm like, this is kind of crazy. Then all of a sudden she gets banned from X. I was like, wow, you can get banned, like suspended, because she was going so crazy that she got banned. Fast forward though, she starts talking about sealed documents because she was harassing me about taking down the video and saying I was a pedophile supporter. And so my response to that was, I have these documents. If I make a video again, I want to look at these documents, okay? And I want to look at the facts of the matter, and that's it. I think I have a right to do that.
Yeah.
And I was like, and at the end, I said, I support all survivors. That was like my tweet. Dude, she starts saying I have sealed documents, that Drake Bell is like giving me these sealed documents. Drake Bell did not give me these documents. They're just public. And Kate Taylor gave me these documents, you know? But now she's saying I'm in conspiracy land and you know what I mean? In cahoots with Drake Bell. And to go against the victim. I'm like, what is going on? This is wild. Didn't think anybody would really take this seriously.
Right.
You know? Didn't think that was actually going to happen. But guess who knocks on my door? Cat 10 Barge. And with her 18 questions, that were a lot of them, I believe were taken from my stalker's documents.
She sent you a list of 18 very like specific and, you know, I don't know if you would call it passive aggressive or just aggressive.
I think it was aggressive. That's how I felt.
No, it was the letter was accusatory.
Yes,
it was
that's what
basically like, I'm going to destroy you, and you can give me info or not.
Yes. And
I mean, I can read it. I have the.
It was like a hip. They were doing a hip piece on me.
I'll say this. We can put the link to the complaint in the description. So if you guys, if anyone actually wants to read it, I've read the whole thing. It is very, very interesting. So if you have the time and you're interested,
it's a lot.
You can look through it, but it has everything we're talking about is detailed in here. It's got screenshots.
Oh, there's
pictures.
the supports the. So there it is. And she ended up deleting it.
Alexa Nikolas supports pedophiles. Spammed, 5 times.
Like, what makes a survivor feel like too? Like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, it's on its face, just insane, right?
Yes.
Like this person is
terrifying.
Is not well.
No.
And so I'm trying to find the letter she sent you.
Oh yeah, and then
This is
there's the
it.
questions, that are pertaining to my stalker's own delusional, frivolous TRO that
So
he.
you're saying that she was inspired by your
Yes.
stalker's hysteria. For
Because-
example, one of her questions, 18. How does Alexa respond to the claim that she obtained a restraining order against a former e-Predator member on false or incomplete pretense based on claims within the April 10 filing and information from 4 sources? She obtained a restraining order against me using similar false claims she made to his court. This is a statement given to her by your stalker.
This is this was within the
Written
document that
restraining
she
order.
was reading before she wrote these questions to me.
Who's not supposed to talk to you or even really about you.
Oh, and imagine, I said again, that clause that's in there as well, that he can't talk about me on social media. If she were to reach out to him and get comment, right, that could then be some tweet for MSNBC to put out, or like a statement from him, and that's a way to bypass a court order.
Right.
That's what's really like, whoa, like you read what
Speaking to her. He's
Yes.
like, I can't talk to
and
you
she's
about
like, I'm
you
here.
like Kat Tenbarge can, and I'm going to tell her everything I want to say.
Correct. And she's like, I'm here
Pretty
for
dirty.
it.
It's
Was
actually,
that
it's just mean. It's evil.
it's mean, it's not right, it's just not good. But what was wild about that was that she was like, I don't even know if I really need your comment. The article this might not even be in the article, but I want it anyways. And then she goes on to say to my stalker what I told her in my answers to her about him. It's like, don't talk. Anything you're giving him puts me in danger, you asshole.
So she was giving your stalker the answers to the question.
Yes.
To her report. That's insane. That's
You know what that
actually
can do to
fucking
him?
vile.
Like, and anything sparks him off, kind of like these, So
That's so fucked up.
yeah, it's like, it makes me shake now. Like, and then he used.
I'm sorry. What a despicable, fucking, disgusting human being.
It's pretty bad. It hurts, and not only just that, he ends up using. How I found the email correspondence between them was through him filing her own section asking the courts to terminate the restraining order. He used Kat to defend him.
Which was rejected.
Which was rejected, of
Yours
course.
was granted.
Yes.
His claims were rejected by the
course.
court.
Of course.
And he provided Adam at McIntyre, who's going to come up soon,
Yes.
and her
Yes.
his rejected application, and then used that as evidence against you?
He literally used her email to try to terminate the restraining order. So he said,
Oh, he was
here's
I
Kat from
see.
MSNBC emailing me favorably, right? He was taking that email as
Leveraging-
validation.
I got you.
That someone was paying attention to what's going on there. And he was like, and so he had an Adam McIntyre section. Good for you guys. I'm glad you're in a stalker's request to terminate a restraining order with kids involved. That's wow. I've never been in one of those.
He's using Adam
Videos, all of his
Rattentire
videos.
as a source. I call him Rattentire.
That's actually funny.
He's honestly, when I think of Adam, he's a rat. I mean, he's like the human body of a rat, and not like a cute.
Oh my god, that actually scared me.
I know you should be.
forgot you do that.
I mean, I have a few. Rat should retire.
Wait, that is.
It's-
I won't be able to unsee that or unhear that ever again.
No, he's the embodiment of a clout chasing rat. He was on when he was on my nuts trying to be a member of our community. He was shitting on Trisha Paytas.
I saw that.
He called her baby the spawn of Satan. And now that it's fashionable to hate on me, now all of a sudden he's defending Trisha, and all of a sudden now he's defending her. He literally just goes with the
wind.
He's just snarking whatever the wind takes him. He's just a really terrible person and a total rat.
He is a fucking bully too. Like he is what a bully, like what I remember a bully like growing up. And when I have to read books to Nova about bullying, I do that with her. He's a bully. Like in a kid's book, he's a bully. He's a bully in a kid's book.
Even worse, he's a cry bully.
And then he's a cry bully.
It's
Yes,
just
he is.
the most
That's the worst.
pathetic
Yeah, it's
state of being possible.
That's what he did in his video recently.
Yeah.
It was so cry bully behavior.
So getting towards that.
Okay, yeah. So Kat.
So Kat is now
on the scene.
So at what point is she? What is the
Investigating.
defamatory statements she's
Okay,
making?
so Basically, after sending those 18 questions to me, I sent like 115 pages back with every single screenshot from the beginning of ePredators to every single conversation I've ever had with any member.
I have them here, actually.
Yeah.
Well, I'll pull them up.
Yeah.
there.
I mean, there's multiple pages. She just really went all in with the defamatory statements.
You want me to read these?
Yeah, you.
So here's her defamatory statement, as you allege in this lawsuit. September 9th, 2024, 10 Barge made a series of posts on X that 10 Barge knew were false or were made in reckless disregard of the truth. Quote, all this proves is that you have been sending around sealed documents from Drake Bell's court case unprompted, as the text from you shows I did not want them and you insisted, all in an effort to undermine his underage victim's testimony that you previously defended.
You know what's so ridiculous about that statement is like, dude, it was one of your questions to me and I'm being accused of a crime and I am like, hey, let me show you that these documents aren't sealed. And you're like, I didn't see
that.
Yeah, like what? That your job is actually to then take those documents and fucking make sure they're not sealed. And instead she's proving she was uninterested. It's like, why are you uninterested in that?
If court documents are sealed or unsealed is a very binary proposition.
Yes, it is.
They're sealed or they're not sealed.
Correct.
They are not sealed.
They are not sealed. And I told her they were not sealed multiple times.
She continues, this was before I confirmed with the Cleveland court that these docs were not publicly available and before I opened the files you sent me and saw that they were unredacted and bore no evidence of being submitted to the court in the first place. It was very disturbing. So this one, as I understand it,
Can't wait to hear about
the
that.
documents were, in fact, well, they weren't sealed.
They were not.
They were public
Dude,
documents.
They were not sealed. They're public.
And then they were not marked by county and city. They appeared to be internal documents used by Drake's legal team. She's claiming they were not official documents.
See, now that's this Drake Bell thing. Look what she was trying to lump me into this thing. It's so bizarre.
What's interesting is they have this theory of you working with Drake Bell, although there's no motive. They never attempt to explain any type of motive. It's
What do we need to do together? Like, I just don't understand. Like, it's just so weird. But also, Drake Bell didn't even give me the documents. So it already crushes that whole theory to begin with.
The thing that's remarkably stupid and just she's so fucked, in my opinion, from this, is that she's making these claims that are just materially, provably, on their face, false. And she's a journalist. So when she says stuff, it counts as an assertion of fact.
Correct.
And when she disregards public filings and stuff that you've sent her, it counts as a reckless disregardment of the truth.
She even says it in her own words that she was trying not to get them.
She continues, yes, they do. None of them were redacted at all.
Oh, and that to me freaks me out because they literally are redacted.
So not only are
There's black bars.
So not only are they not sealed, they're also redacted.
Correct,
And again,
Ethan.
this is provable. You have the correspondence.
And so does she.
So it's just an insane, provable lie. You
yes.
did no such thing. That would have been called a FOIA request, and it would take months, years to get docs back, and they would be heavily redacted if you ever received them at all. They certainly would not send hundreds of docs containing private info like you sent me. It's disturbing to me that Kat, who's supposedly a journalist, doesn't know what a FOIA request is.
I know.
No, it was so again, she's just world building.
Yes,
First she said she got them from the court, then she said the police. So interesting. Courts and police officers famously love giving random people hundreds of documents concerning alleged child sex abusers, and it's famously very legal to tweet and live stream images from those documents. How did you get these documents, by the way?
How did I get the documents? That was from Kate Taylor, who was the journalist at Business Insider. A journalist gave them to me.
So a journalist who was working on...
At her job, her job, she used to work at Business Insider.
So she was someone you worked with on Quiet on Set.
Yeah, but she was a journalist, correct. So she tagged along.
She had access to these because she worked that case
Correct.
and sent it to you. That's fucking nuts.
Because she had to get them, because she was doing a story about Quiet on Set and like the whole thing. She was writing articles about this whole thing. So she did, guess what she did? She went and got the public documents.
Right.
Why can't Kat do this? She did.
She's terrible,
She had them.
malicious,
Yeah.
lazy, dumb.
He's saying it. And to see a lot of YouTubers now saying, like, I didn't want to cover this topic because I got left in the dust when Kat did this to me. People really believed I was this really seriously evil person.
So it was Kat who ended up platforming,
Trying to.
giving voice to your court-ordered, officially recognized, restraining order granted stalker.
Correct.
And helping him violate
Facilitating it, yep.
his restraining order.
Yep.
Pretty dark stuff.
And she is
Why
somebody...
is she doing this?
I do. I think to go backwards a little bit, when I tweeted, what was I guess last night, a year ago, I tweeted, I finally felt kind of brave after a few months. And I was like, I'm going to go on my live and just read fucking Kat's, 18 questions. I'm not afraid of her 18 questions. And I'm going to be transparent. I'm going to answer her 18 questions. And I was hyped for myself. I was like, I'm going to do this. And so I tweeted and was like, this is one of the reasons I took a break for the last couple months. And I put Kat's MSNBC photo. Adam seemed to have a serious problem with that because maybe it's not the best photo of her. That's what he made it about. So it was an attack on Kat, just that I'm using the MSNBC photo and saying which is really embarrassing. Sorry, this is fucked up.
Kat?
No, this is fucked up, dude.
10 words. This is her like work.
You gotta take me. What do you say?
This is like her work. Headshot.
It's her MSNBC photo.
Headshot.
What else photo am I gonna drag into my?
He's accusing you of.
It's that one. The blue with the one. That one.
This is the one. I mean, yeah.
She's fine though. It's not like it could be, dude.
I mean, right. I mean, she's
okay.
She's being herself.
She's being her.
This is what she looks like.
She is not a good person. Listen, what she did is worse than this photo.
I'm not the one saying. Right, that she looks bad.
No, Adam was kind of. He's like, out of all the photos, and then he's like, look at this ratio, and then he like shows a photo of her like this, and he was like,
Adam called his best friend ugly. Now, all you did was use this official work sanctioned photo. Adam took that and was like, she is hideous, and then he made it sound like you said that, but you never said anything like that.
I didn't say, like, this is her work photo. Like,
this is Adam. Girl. This is her work photo, Adam.
This is her work photo. I wasn't like picking a photo that I was like, that was the first photo on Google Images.
Nobody's saying nothing about nobody.
No, I didn't say shit. I just posted it, okay?
She's pretty, and we are not bashing her look.
Not at all. What? Amazing.
Adam, on the other hand, is strange looking. I'll say that. People are saying he's the little boy from Monsters.
Wait. Sorry, man. He's
a little monster.
Wait.
And he is a little monster.
Wait, he is a little monster. He actually does kind of look like that, though.
Yeah.
No, like that's actually not that.
He's the kid from Little Monster. He's a little monster.
That's not even like mean or anything.
He just kind of
that looks. Yeah. Get out.
He is, and he squeaks when he moves. Do you hear that? Hold on.
No.
Do you hear the rat face?
Don't bring it back.
He's here, folks.
How is that attacking? I don't understand. Like, because I'm saying I'm going to answer. This is one of the reasons. This journalist was talking to my stalker. This journalist was, and God only knows how many times, which I guess we'll find out. But regardless, I just wanted to be transparent with my community. And I had every right to do that. And you know what happens? Adam just gets right in there. Like, he gets right in there and literally ends up making a video before I could. And what's really fucked up, though, is that all of this is fucked up. But like, Kat sends him a legal letter that she was not CC'd in at all. I don't know how she got it. That's still the mystery. The letter was a legal letter from my lawyer at that time. Who sent a legal notice of being like, don't say anything defamatory, and make sure you look through all exhibits that elect to NBC's legal department.
Oh yeah, because you had a whole because she wrote this article for them, right?
She wrote the article for MSNBC,
and it was never published,
and
right?
It was because I sent the fucking.
The editors looked into it, and they're like, presumably they're like, this is insane, and it also seems to have led to her also being fired. Or let go. We amicably parted ways.
Yeah, where you go that way and I go this way.
Where one day you have a job and the next day you don't.
Yeah, it's a nicer way of saying it. But yeah, no, I mean, but she wasn't CC'd on this. This was just to the legal department of MSNBC.
That's interesting.
I kind of find that interesting. How did she get a legal? By the way, that's a privilege. These are a lawyer to a legal team, right?
Well, there's an informant probably on her old. She probably knew someone who used to work. She did this while she was working there, Ethan. So that's whatever. However she got that would be
fishy.
Extremely.
And to give it to a YouTuber like that, to me, is even more wild. And so she thought she got this like swing at me with Adam reading this legal letter, and it was hell. And then it just kind of spiraled into Adam basically showing that I went to a Drake Bell concert.
So you went to a Drake Bell concert?
I went.
When? When was that?
Okay, with my husband. So months into this, obviously, like all that shit happened. I really stepped away from YouTube, and I really was trying to like kind of understand where I'm at with my own advocacy and what has this taught me. And so one of the things that really came up for me is I started to read like a lot of books on transformative justice, and I really started getting interested in it. Okay, I started to actually understand it. At first, I didn't like it in the beginning of e-Predators. Then I kind of understood why it's important, because if you only continue constantly to want to get one up on someone who did something to you, like it's coming from this like angry place, or even that what someone did to somebody else, it doesn't break the cycle of abuse. I actually think it perpetuates it. And so I got more interested in like how to not recycle harm. And I got really interested in that. And I saw that Drake, was performing in Los Angeles, and I was like, I want to see him in person.
As a human
being. And I want to see what's going on back there. No, I'm kidding. I wasn't trying to spy. But I kind of was.
Well, did you end up meeting him there?
Yeah, so I went. So we went backstage to make sure there was nothing going on back there.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of a little bit. I mean, my husband and I were like, let's see what the backstage is like. We also wanted to be be like, hey, we were in the same. That was hard, and I wanted to say it to his face and be like, that was fucking hard what we just went through. That was a lot. And then now, the internet will leave us in the dust now, like they always do. Like they care about things for a minute. And we've learned that in our own careers. It's like you're up here 1 minute and then you can't get you can't even get an audition in next, And so I wanted to tell him like that was brave of you.
To come forward with this horrible. Yes! How old was he when it happened?
He was 15, 14 or 15.
He was 15-year-old boy who was, what I remember, like pretty
a baby,
pretty viciously.
Yes. Oh, it's really
assaulted.
bad. Yeah. No.
All the whatever bad you can think this guy did.
Yes.
To him.
It was really bad. And so, I did that. And then someone filmed it. Someone, I don't know who, but I think it was actually on someone just randomly filming it. And of course, my ass is the one that gets caught in this going back there. And of course, if you look at it objectively, you're like, oh, she has the sealed docs, right? And she's at the concert. But you know what? An image might say like 1,000, words basically. But there really is the truth also of an image. And what was happening was we were going there to be like, hey, we were in this together. And I actually became really good friends with another person who was part of the documentary, Raquel, who I'm actually very close to. And anyways, that we all dealt with it in our own ways. And I hated feeling shame for wanting it to handle it my way. That was what really sucked about it. It was like everyone had a million ways of wanting me to handle that. And it's like, you know what? I'm a human fucking being. Like, sure, I'm an advocate. And I want to advocate for other people, but I also need to make sure that I'm taking care of myself. And sometimes that's not something that somebody else necessarily wants me to do, but it meant something to me. Oh, yeah,
notably, the documents you can access through this method are not the documents you sent me. They're the public records, around 30 pages of them containing no personal information. What? You sent me hundreds of documents from the case itself. This is after you had already explained to her that where you got them.
Yes. There's literally a text message of me saying they're public Cleveland police records. Where do you go when someone tells you, I'm Ethan, I'm going to tell you, these are Cleveland, public
I'm going straight to Los Angeles, LAPD.
I'm going straight to LA.
Which is apparently what this journalist, Kat Tenbarge, thinks. I'm going straight to her stalker. And then I'm going to send it to Adam McIntyre.
So fucked up. Oh, God.
You hear that?
I did. I'm screwed.
September 9th, Alexa conducted a live stream entitled The Truth About Kat Tenbarge. Tenbarge invaded the live chat for the video and doubled down on her defamatory statements. All my sources are survivors who went to Alexa for help and support, and they were betrayed by her, sadly.
Prove it.
Absolutely ridiculous. They shouldn't have even have those sealed documents. She really is an idiot.
What's going on there? Why does she go so it's over and over?
She's so dedicated.
Dedicated to falsehoods.
I think she's now realizing... kind of fucked up. If Alexa and her husband even understood what the docs are, but they don't. They think they're public.
What?
Yes, Drake. This is amazing. This is all happening in your live chat.
Yes, I didn't even know. I had my live chat off, and I'm just talking. I had no idea. And my husband's like,
Kat
what?
is an extremely insecure weirdo.
Why is she in the chats?
She did the same thing to Girl with a Microphone.
I saw it. I was in there too. I was just in there and I tweeted. She came in after I tweeted it. So
Oh.
I tweeted I was in the chat, and then I forgot there was a mic here. And then I got a little too comfortable. But I went in there, and then literally like 5 minutes after I tweeted, Kat was in there.
She went to shout out to Girl with a Microphone. I love her.
I like her too.
And anyway, she was talking about this, and Kat 10 Barge, like Beetlejuice being summoned,
That's what I
fucking
said.
shows up in the live chat.
That's what I said in my
You
live
did?
chat.
She's Beetlejuice.
I said
And she does
Beetlejuice.
not, and I'm not saying she looks like Beetlejuice. That's what
No.
Adam said.
Okay.
You know,
I can't.
I didn't say that. I would never say that about her. So let's see. Yes, Drake's lawyer hired a PI to interview random women, and one of them made anti-Semitic comments. Huh?
I don't know this part.
What the fuck?
I don't know. It's random. I don't know
Alexa
what her
said-
angle was on that, but
Okay.
then what's the point of that
I don't
part?
know.
That's a kind
Drake's
of
lawyer
really
hired
weird.
a PI to interview random women.
She thought she was-
so the
what was he
random
gonna do?
women. What do you?
What's with
who
the
cares?
random women? I thought that was kind of rude because like these are people, actual people in this in the Discovery, right, or in the public docs. Why did she call them random women when one of them was the actual person chaperoning the minor?
But what does it matter if one of these people unaffiliated with you directly are saying anti-Semitic comments?
True.
Okay.
Yeah, true. I didn't. Yeah. I didn't
And Alexis sent me those sealed docs. The docs were sealed. Maybe you got them from Drake Bell.
Look
She
at this.
suggests receipts of the docs being sealed by multiple people. She
Wait.
continues.
online. I wanted your Kat. They were online. You're getting your info from online.
It's a defamation to say the sealed docs are sealed. Good luck with that. Well, we're seeing how that goes for you right
Ooh.
now. I asked in my questions where Alexa got the sealed docs, and she has still never
I
answered.
answered.
A bold-faced lie, provable. The public documents don't match up with the documents Alexa tweeted a few hours ago.
What?
She's psycho. She tweeted a sealed doc, not part of the public docs.
What?
They even know the difference between sealed and public docs, I fear. The court clerk and
I don't know how you say it.
Koye
No, we're so
Hogo
LA with this.
said
This is
she
not
didn't
good.
know how Alexa got those docs.
Uh-huh.
Why would the court clerk know about that
Yeah,
anyway? At any
records.
point did she talk to the Cleveland police?
She never says anything about that.
It's interesting.
And it's just a website too. It's on the public, Cleveland police. She should know.
Oh, really?
It just. You just go to the
You don't
website.
you don't need special access.
No.
or anything?
So you go to the website. I ended up posting it. So you go to the website. You can put in, Jared Bell, right?
Yeah.
And then it takes you right to all the downloadable.
That's fucking nuts.
It's a link. It's a data.
What a fucking pathetic excuse for a journalist. She's not a journalist. She's a snarker. That's all you are. And by the way, snark brain strikes again. Your dumbass thought you were fucking special, that you were an interesting reporter, that you had some special privilege. Well, guess what? Now we're going to find out. I feel so horrible for Drake's victims. Alexa is put her sealed info on Twitter. Alexa, you're going to leak the
What?
victim's sealed documents.
She's calling me a criminal, by the way. These are crimes.
And again,
These are crimes.
very provably, easily provably false. If the documents aren't sealed, then prove it. Again, hilarious because you did. And then here is Adam McIntyre and the continuous videos he made addressing Alexa Nikolas live stream. Alexa Nikolas and her own biggest problem, not us. Alexa Nikolas is back and angry at me. Alexa Nikolas posted personal police documents.
There's more too. You just couldn't fit everything in there.
The truth about Alexa Nikolas, eat predators, and public perception. I mean, look at all these fucking videos. And this isn't all of them, you're saying.
No.
Not even close.
It reached over 1 million people.
Alexa Nikolas doxes victims to boost her ego.
Look at that. And Adam's
That's
one. Adam said that.
That's
He said I
gotta
was
be
doxing a
defamation.
victim.
Come on.
I never dox any victim.
Here, there's a thumbnail view. Alexa, liar, bully, hypocrite.
Me. And where's the Adam?
So Adam McIntyre, who's the human embodiment of snark, right? Like he is.
Yes.
Like if you look at him, his face becomes all deformed and weird looking. It's like
Now I can't unsee the monster, that image actually though.
I don't mean he's deformed, but like when you become a Sith Lord and
Yes,
your
of
face
course.
starts to look evil.
Yes,
That's what the
yes.
McIntyre. His face becomes more contorted and strange looking.
Oh my God.
The reason, anyway, we want
I'll be honest.
to goof on Adam here. It's his most recent video. He got super pressed, right? That you're suing his bestie,
I appreciate
Cat,
you being here.
and obviously he gets dragged quite a bit. Now, I've never seen a rat in a suit before, but there you go. Rats will, it turns out, dance for money, as Jordan Peterson famously said.
Oh.
Rats will dance for money if you pay them.
He proves that, right? And by the way, here he is in his snark room with these fucking like fandom obsessed shrine. Like, bro, look at your set. You're fucking weird, man. What was that movie with Jim Carrey where he's like obsessed with numbers? 22?
23.
23?
Oh,
It's like
yeah,
a 23 obsessed, beautiful mind-esque psychotic schizo board of him just obsessing over celebrity gossip and snarking in his fucking suit. Listen, you can put a piece of dog shit in a suit, but it's still a piece of dog shit.
I can't.
What a little rat, dude. He's like a rat pellet. He's not even a rat. He's a rat pellet in a suit. Anyway, so
Dude, the roast of Adam McIntyre right here.
Rattentire.
Oh yeah, Rattentire. Sorry. Oh, you made me say it.
I think that might catch on because it's very good.
You think it will?
Yeah. So anyway, there's one moment where he starts screaming for his mommy. Like literally.
Actually, is my mom in the chat?
Mommy,
Is my mom in the chat?
is my mummy in the chat? Mummy, these mean people are saying nasty things, mummy.
Actually, is my mom in the chat? Is my mom in the chat?
No, I can't deal with this. Oh my God.
Is my mom in the chat?
Is mummy in the chat, please? You're not beating the child allegation. You're very childish. Which leads into our point about Cat.
Yes.
First, giving alcohol to minors.
Well, yeah,
which
apparently he said that Kat
We'll
has
get
never
into.
been part of any alcohol with him.
We'll get into that.
She's normally in the chat.
Mummy, she's usually
Anyone
here,
see
mummy.
her? I wonder-
Is mummy in
Looking for
the
his mom.
chat?
Is he surprised she's not in there?
Yeah, mummy is always in the chat.
I know she just got out of a hair appointment.
My mummy just got out of her
He knows
hair
everything
appointment.
she's doing.
Let me.
This is kind of impressive.
This is actually so serious that
I need my mummy.
I need my mommy.
let's bamboozle her.
Let me call mummy.
Bamboozle her.
Now, by the way, I'm not going to criticize him for calling his mom.
No,
mom.
I think
that's
it's-
that's my shtick.
Is my mom in the chat?
That being said, she does not participate in the management of my life or the show.
Anyone see her?
Is mummy in the chat?
Is my mom in the
Mummy?
chat?
No, that is a crazy soundbite.
Can you please call in mummy? These
know.
are being
In the chat.
very
She's
rude.
normally in the chat.
Anyway, so then he goes on to say, Adam says there are legal docs that make Adam look like the victim of Cat. Well, we'll look into that one, Adam.
There is no legal documents.
It's
that
called a
are
complaint. It's literally how this works, okay?
called a complaint.
He goes, Ethan is defaming me in his stories. You mean posting a screenshot of a public complaint? You are so stupid.
They don't
Is my
get
mom in the
public
chat?
docs sealed. It's kind of getting a little weird.
Because the question is, could he find his way? Could he even
No.
find his way out of a maze? Like he might be dumber than the rats.
No.
The rats have this incredible navigation system where they can manage their way through the maze. He's getting lost.
He's
He's perishing in that
Wait.
maze. This is what happens when you snark too much. I'm sorry, bro. You snark too close to the sun. And now you're Rattentire. You used to be Adam.
I actually can't. Wait, but really though, what is that behind? Did he set that up himself or?
The set?
Yeah.
Isn't this where he always does his videos?
There's a couple of rooms I've been seeing.
or
a couple
mummy.
lately.
Mummy
Oh, maybe
set
his
it
mom
up.
did it. Wait, do you think his mom did that?
I have a hard time thinking his mom would participate in such manic
Anyone see her?
behavior. I don't know that.
No.
I don't know her mom, but I have a hard time believing that she would help.
When she picks up, she
embrace
seems
this.
like she's not even interested. She doesn't even know what's going
Yeah,
on.
she's not
like, what,
interested.
dude?
She's like, stop calling me, bro.
Yeah, I don't want to be in the
You're
chat right
annoying.
now.
Even you're annoying me, Adam.
Yeah,
Even
anyone
your
see
mom
her?
doesn't want to talk to you.
Wild.
He says that Tembarge was giving me alcohol when I was 16 in the States. Never in the States at 16.
He goes, sorry,
yeah.
I wasn't 16. I was drinking illegally at 18.
Yeah, yeah.
With my good friend, Kat Tenbarge, and there's video evidence of it, which we'll show you guys. He goes, I'm
my
here
God.
to tell you all on the record that I have been lied about gravely. I wasn't 16 drinking illegally. I was 18.
I was, and no,
illegally.
was it 19? It kind of feels like sometimes he says 9. I don't know.
Look,
Over 8, it was 18 or 19.
Indisputably, he was under the legal age to drink.
He was and he was still a teenager.
And undisputable, Kat was above the legal age to drink.
Correct.
which we'll jump right into here, coming on up here.
Actually, is my mom in the chat?
Mommy!
Is my mom in the chat?
Mommy!
It's crazy.
Is my mom in the chat?
Why
Let's
is
bamboozle her.
Why does he need her in the chat?
She's not here. Okay. She might not even answer. Dumb.
Oh, she's
not-
going to answer.
Hi. Okay, really quick question. Don't ask any questions. What
I love he
age
says
was
don't
I?
ask any questions. You
By
hear
the way,
that?
bad
He's like,
form.
don't say
Tell
anything.
Tell her you're recording.
Yeah, true, actually.
That's the first thing I say to my mummy when I call her.
Yeah, I would say that too right away. Hello,
When I
we're
went
live.
to LA for the first time.
18.
18. Okay. So
Boom. So she does say he's 18, which seems to be true, actually. And that is something you guys seem to
Yes.
have gotten wrong.
Yes,
That-
it was an honest mistake. It was an honest mistake. We did not know if he was 16, 18, or 19.
But
We thought he
again,
was 16.
The truth is immaterial because no matter what age he claims he's being, of all the claims, they're all him drinking while under the legal age with someone who's above the legal age.
This is
It doesn't
true.
change the dynamic.
This is true. The circumstances are still what they are.
But what's interesting is he hyper focuses on trying to prove that he was 18 when he was drinking with Kat.
I know.
And never makes a single attempt to actually contend with any of the material, the body of the lawsuit, and never attempts to defend Kat at all.
No, he doesn't defend Kat. Well, only at the end he says, "Please go and support Kat through this."
You start with yourself.
Yeah, true. Actually,
You didn't say a goddamn word in her defense, rat.
that.
I'm telling you, Kat, you're about to find out who's your friend.
Oh,
The rat fucking will jump ship on any friendship the moment he needs to.
oh shit!
I'm telling you.
I didn't think about that. Do you think he's not? We're gonna do a bet here. Like, do you think he's going to defend Kat? Like, do you think he's gonna read the complaint to his audience?
No,
No.
because it's extremely damning.
Right.
There's a reason he already did this. He made a 30-minute video and he hyper-focused on one thing about himself.
Correct.
He not once read any of the defamatory claims
No.
or gave any context to any of the accusations.
Not at all.
in this
No
complaint.
accountability either whatsoever. I mean, Kat's all about accountability, and she like really talks about that a lot on X and Twitter in the past. And it's like she hasn't said one word. She never said she was wrong. Nothing. No, nothing. Mommy?
Okay, so Alexa has filed the lawsuit against Kat, and in it, it says Kat Tembarge provided McIntyre alcohol when he was only 16 years old when McIntyre visited the United States. Okay, so just to confirm, I was not ever in America at 16 years old, right?
Can you pipe in some rat sounds, Zach? During the close-up.
Your first time in America, you were 18.
18 years old. So
Adam, what is that? His mom's like, Adam, what is that squeaky? Mommy, I'm speaking rat's tongue. He's like Voldemort, but of rats. I was born speaking a rat.
No.
He's a slither. He's a ratathin.
No.
Adam Rattentire.
I can't
factually,
unsee this.
there is a lie in this lawsuit, okay?
Uh-oh.
Sorry, also, yeah, I'm currently live. But anyway, this
Bad
works.
form, dude.
Side note, like
so
what?
confirmed, I was not 16 when I was in America. I was actually
Okay.
18. So there is a lie in the lawsuit, okay?
Busted.
Honest
He's
mistake.
like, busted, lawsuit invalid.
That's really what it
Sorry,
feels
bro.
like. And he says at the end, he goes like, he basically kind of like framing it that this one
Checkmate.
thing.
The
Yeah.
lawsuit just got dropped.
like remember the Zio Mama?
And that's
MTV
all I have to
episode?
say about that. And the lawsuit's over. You're welcome, Kat.
He even says my case is like something. He said something about his case. Like, I think my case is closed.
He's afraid
What?
that there's a second lawsuit coming, and he should be. Because rats will dance for money if you pay them.
No,
You were 18, yeah.
18. Okay.
And by the way, drinking with someone underage is like cringe as fuck. That's the worst part about it. If I go into a college party or something like that and there's people underage drinking, you're like, this party sucks, bro. These people are crazy, weird, cringe, dorks. And that's what Kat Tenbarge is doing. Come on up to my room, ratty boy. Come
my
drink
God.
with me. Like, why are you drinking with this underage?
Anyone see
Got
her?
No.
Talk to you later. I'm live if you want to join the comments.
Mommy, join the
Love you,
comments.
bye.
Let's just open this video. From
Yeah,
that trip,
true.
here's a video
Okay.
of him in a hotel room
No.
with,
The back of it.
oh my God, who is that? Proudly, she's proudly there. Kat Tenbarge, legal drinking age.
Oh my God.
Okay. He has a cocktail in his hand, but maybe it's just an orange juice. Maybe it's just an orange juice. Let's see.
Okay, so this outfit is so cute. So we're gonna be going to I think it's the Stanley
Moss Courthouse.
that one. And Sloan and his boyfriend are already there. We told them we were gonna meet them at 11. We're gonna be meeting them at like 1:30. So it's gonna be great. I'm super excited. This is gonna be such a monumental and
Is he
overdue day, and I can't
like
wait
it.
to bring you along with me. I'm currently drinking a vodka Red Bull.
Oh,
Oh my God.
he just came out and said it. This boy, this man-child
Wait though.
is drinking alcohol.
Wait, why doesn't he mention, he makes it in that other video, the cat had, like, there's no alcohol, no kind of vibe with him under the age of 21 whatsoever. Does he know this video exists?
Maybe not, but it actually gets worse if you can imagine that.
Vodka was $65 for a small ass bottle.
So he's now saying that he participated in purchasing the alcohol.
You know what? We take our loss.
We take our loss.
I love. That is amazing.
We presumably the person he's drinking with in the room right now, Cat 10 Barge.
We take our loss.
Wait, it gets even better. It gets even better.
That is so good.
That's how I feel.
I feel. Oh no, I felt
That's
it
what
right
this
away.
clip
No, I was
is,
like,
Adam.
Wait,
You rat.
Yes, I agree.
You fucking rat, bro. I didn't know rats could drink alcohol.
Chef's kiss. Neither did I.
I assume that would be
Actually.
dangerous for their little metabolism.
Aw.
They delivered it to the room.
They delivered it to the room.
Whoa.
Now, how do you have somebody deliver alcohol to the room and overpaying for it?
I'm gonna guess you have to show your ID, right?
The evidence suggests that this was a room service order. Being as Kat's the adult here, presumably she would have to have been the one to sign for that alcohol delivered to their room that he's drinking right now. Vis-a-vis rat boy, Cat 10 Barge, in my opinion, based on the available evidence, I will conclude, again, speculatively, that she bought the alcohol and gave it to you.
Dude. Oh.
Anyone
Dude.
see her?
I mean, that's cooked. That's cooked status.
Wait,
And
though,
again,
this is
none of this even matters.
Yeah, true.
You
I
brought
know.
this
This
up,
sucks.
and
Yeah, none of
literally,
this matters at all.
It's completely
None of it's gonna help
irrelevant.
me.
It's completely irrelevant to the lawsuit. All it does is he's just further fucking over his friend by being like, "Oh yeah, and by the way, let's dig this controversy back up for people to re-examine it." Yeah,
That's
no,
and
Kat,
it's
you did
in
that
a
shit.
room. So wait, does that
presumably,
mean it was on
my
her
opinion.
card?
And she had to be the one to sign for it,
And she just Venmo'd her?
If it's delivered to their room, he
Right.
cannot sign for it.
Correct. You're right.
She would have to sign
That's
for it.
wait, guys. That's kind
Pretty
of
bad. Pretty bad.
Because he really made, even when I was watching the video the other day, like it really seemed like it was like Cat I've had enough. He says like I've had enough of Cat being thrown into this blah blah blah. And it's like,
you know, it's possible he forgot this clip exists.
Oh,
because
no.
When I first saw this, a lot of people were surprised by this. You
I
know?
didn't know. I was like, did they ever drink together?
Here it is.
Well, here it is.
Also, they delivered it to the room in the cutest ever. I don't know if you can see this.
He is
in the cutest ever room service thing.
It's room service.
Wait, that is not even
It's
cute.
from the
I'm sorry.
hotel.
Wait. Yeah, and by the way, yeah, just Red Bull and vodka.
That's a pretty regular drink.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's cute.
It does nothing cute about Red Bull vodka.
No, and the way
That's
that
a
it's placed
degenerate drink.
and the straw that's just to the right. Like, wait, and what's to the left? Is that like moisturizer?
Or hairspray.
Dude, this is not cute. I'm sorry though. That's one thing I will
L.
also disagree.
Not cute. L.
Cutest ever room service thing, and the guy was so sweet. So,
Who
Cat's outfit
served
is showing
a
up.
person who was under the age of 21 alcohol?
No, they serve it to Kat.
Right, but I mean, wouldn't you know who was in that room? I guess
No, they
not.
wouldn't ask. If Kat
True.
signs for it and she's 21, that's all. That's the only question they ask, and then it's Kat committing a crime.
That's so fucking.
And she's like, "Look how cute I am. I'm giving people under the age to drink. This is me. This is me
dude.
giving people under the age to drink alcohol
Cat's outfit is showing
This
up.
is
on
really
video.
fucked up.
Hi,
The Britney
hi,
shirt.
leave her out of it.
I
bro.
know. Just leave. I cannot. Please, can you wear
Leave
another
her
shirt?
alone.
Okay, so this outfit is so cute.
Now, the first time I watched this, when he says we're meeting at 11, you presume they're talking about at nighttime, right?
'Cause
That's
of-
when you drink.
Yes.
So we're gonna be going.
Only you have to be a total fucking degenerate alcoholic to start day drinking at, 9 a.m. or whatever.
I think it's the Stanley
Moss Courthouse.
that one. And
Going
Sloan
to
and
the
his boyfriend are already
courthouse.
there. We told them we were gonna meet them at 11.
Now they're meeting at a courthouse at 11. Now you
Correct.
were actually there. You were part. Now explain what was it that he was going to? Can you talk right into the mic?
Sure, yeah. He was going to the courthouse the day that Britney Spears was freed from her conservatorship.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the courthouse was not open at 1 a.m.
No, not open at 1 a.m.
Did you see Adam there?
There were so many people
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
There was hundreds. It was our biggest protest.
But this is important. You're saying this protest, in fact, took place during the day.
Yes.
And not in the middle of the night.
No, and no. Usually we have to leave the courthouse around 4 p.m. even.
Yeah,
so.
that makes sense. You know, judges ain't staying late.
No. Are they
In fact,
drinking
they're
early?
rushing home to get that drinking done themselves.
True. That is.
So
This is embarrassing. This is. I can't believe with them how
So
like.
let's
embarrassing it is.
let's really examine
All
this.
right.
He's saying
And Sloan and his boyfriend are already there. We told them we were going to meet them at 11.
so they're gonna meet. He told them they're gonna meet at
Yes.
them at 11. So what time is it now? At least 10 a.m.
It has to be at least 10
So they're
a.m.
slamming vodka orange juice
Oh, that's the Red Bull. So then you want to wake up and get drunk at the same time?
at
Isn't
10
that-
a.m. with someone
Sorry.
underage. This is degeneracy, Kat. You are turning this child into an alcoholic.
Oh.
And he's Irish. That's bad enough. I mean, these
Oh my God.
you know, he's already at risk.
the Irish thing is no.
We love the Irish here
It-
on this show. We do. We love them.
Real.
It really makes you think.
It does, doesn't it,
It
Adam?
really makes you
it
think.
It sure does.
And Ethan Klein is posting
What?
and honing in on that point.
Yep.
He's posting and honing in on that point that in
It says I'm honing in on this point. I was posting screenshots of the
Yes.
complaint.
Yeah. I completely understandable.
I didn't even write a comment.
No. Wait, there's nothing on it but that?
No, I didn't write any commentary. I just shared the pages.
Then what is he? What's on below it? Isn't there other things like involved in that?
So I posted a bunch of pages of the
Okay.
of the complaint.
Okay.
in legal documentation there is an easily proven fake. This is accusing of.
Oh,
So,
the drama right
so
now.
presumably the claim is that Kat Tenbarge facilitated illegal drinking when he was 18 and not 16. I mean, if that's your explanation, then that's fine, right?
We might have to amend and
Yeah, well, we can definitely make that right for you, Adam.
That's-
If your take is that Kat did nothing wrong, well, I'm gonna have a hard time.
there's documentation of Kat Tenbarge in a hotel room.
You know what's
with
crazy?
what?
Kat is famous for writing an article about a party at David Dobrik's in which
I'm scared.
there's alleged people over the age of 21 giving alcohol to college-age kids.
Get out.
That's what happened at the.
This
at
can't be true.
This big. That's literally her claim to fame.
Wait, what? Wait, is this for real? Are you being serious?
Yeah, I'm dead serious. That's how we met her. When I
Wait,
was
and
when
she's
I was-
here doing.
Exactly that. She called into
Wait.
Frenemies because she wrote this explosive story
Okay.
that said how Jeff Wittick
Okay.
and another Vlog Squad member went. Jeff denies it, but
Okay.
she says they were over the age of 21, similar to age to her, brought alcohol to the party where
Okay.
a bunch of college girls who were probably around his age, 18, and then they got drunk because they were fed alcohol. That's her fucking claim to fame, and she's doing it.
Oh my God!
She's
I'm
doing
chills,
it
not
right
just
now
AC.
on camera.
But I'm still blown away that this is still up, and that why would you post this? Like, was she already a journalist at this time when they were? Wouldn't they be worried? Wouldn't she be worried about her reputation?
Oh, she was absolutely a journalist. So she wrote the article, and we can put up the pictures. She wrote this article
Stop.
in March 2021 about this giant scandal of people over the age of 21 giving alcohol to people under the age of 21. And then later that year, in November, same year, she literally is on camera doing the same thing to Adam. Just to be clear, I'm not saying she like sexually assaulted him.
No.
Because that happened in the David Dobrik one. Is that
Got it.
Is that one of the girls was assaulted by Dom? right?
Horrible.
So that. But I'm just saying.
horrible.
That it is still ironic, right?
It's just crazy. It just out. I just still don't understand
little
why they
ironic.
posted. Don't you think? It's
when
a
you're
li-
giving kids alcohol and you videotape it and they see it all,
I can't.
doesn't it make you wonder?
This rendition is insane.
I love
you
her.
might
I
need
love
to
her.
record this.
I love well, we are.
Yeah. Well. Oh yeah. True. It is
is.
recorded.
It is being recorded.
It is being recorded. I can't believe that was fucking recorded.
That's true.
That is fucking out of control.
It sure is.
So this is what the friendship has been like.
Hey, just here, drunk underage with my bestie, Kat Tenbarge, free Britney back.
We're feeling like it's kind of free Britney. Yeah.
We a trust girl.
Oh. And Britney's. I hate that Britney's involved.
Why? Yeah.
It's like leave Britney alone.
She's been through enough.
Yeah. Oh, man, and I don't want her associated with these people.
Exactly.
Seriously.
You know what? I'm gonna
referenced.
fucking like this video. I fuck with this video.
It's ridiculous.
I F with this video big time.
Was in 2021 when I was 18 years old.
Okay, you've said it 100 times. We got it,
Ethan,
bro. We
do
got
you
it.
remember that this was the trip that you invited me and Kat out to Teddy Fresh?
What is
Ethan, do you remember?
So what?
Do you like?
Well, first of all, I don't think I ever talked to you. I think that was our marketing team or something. I don't know, but yeah, we invited you to a fucking Teddy Fresh because we thought you were fucking cool. And then the minute you had an opportunity to capitalize on any proximity to us for clout, you did it. Yes, I remember that.
Do you remember that this was the trip that you invited me and Kat out to Teddy Fresh?
Do you remember when you did something really nice for me?
Yeah, this is so awkward. It's like, yeah, Ethan did something
Did
really.
I give you alcohol?
Yeah, no, you gave him clothes,
Did I
right?
feed you drugs?
No, you did not. You gave him clothes?
Yes, lots of clothes. We helped him to the front of the line.
Wow.
He really loved me then.
What happened here?
I'm trying to make a rat sound.
That's you're
I don't
rats.
speak rat.
You can't even speak rat. No. You're not a rat right now.
Do you remember that, Ethan? The
Yes.
trip that you now have so much problems with? You invited me and Kat out to Teddy Fresh.
Doesn't he have a problem with you? Wait, what is he saying that the person you have so much? What's going on?
What is your point, you fucking moron?
Wait, what is his point though?
He's
I'm
stuck
actually
in the rat maze.
He is stuck in the.
His brain is working like he's working through the logic of this, like he's in a fucking rat maze and he can't find his way out.
No, he's having.
Yeah, I did something nice for you. So what?
Yeah, this is making me really uncomfortable. Like this.
Do you remember that?
What?
Yes.
Do you remember that, Ethan?
Do you remember
Here we are.
Kat drinking with?
Yes.
Remember when you had the queues of people and you let us skip because you were letting us be there?
Yes, I remember doing something really nice for you.
What the
Continue.
fuck?
And I'm waiting for something where I did wrong.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it.
I even asked
And
my
again,
view.
not only
Alcohol?
that, Ethan, it's very easy to find this.
And it's also apparently really easy to find a video of you and Kat Tenbarge in a hotel room drinking alcohol under the age of 21, dude.
It's actually very difficult.
Oh yeah.
They've gone to great care.
Well,
It seems to.
It was
try to
found.
hide it.
At least, I mean, we just watched it though.
We unearthed it.
You unearthed it.
But
Yeah. Someone amazing
I'm
unearthed it.
dumbfounded by his point right now.
Because that
Me
line
too.
long.
Very easy to find this. When you invited us out to
This is
the
so
Teddy Fresh
awkward.
pop-up.
What are you doing?
Yeah, what's
have
happening?
little,
Oh my
like,
god, this is the
pop-up
On
the
that
COVID
trip
days.
that you're trying to reference but has been incorrectly referenced.
Did I ask for your age? Did I write the complaint?
Yeah, why is he acting
I
like
didn't write
you?
the fucking
No,
complaint, dude.
this is what I'm having a hard time understanding. Does he think you wrote the complaint, or does he think you're suing Kat? Like, I'm just trying to wrap my mind. Like, what?
He does get a little conspiratorial at times, suggesting that I'm deeply involved in this lawsuit or somehow funding.
Well, this
or
ain't gonna help. This is gonna make his brain go.
No, it's not.
He'll
gonna,
be really. He can't get out of this maze
Listen, he
after
should
this.
be worrying about other things.
I agree.
You know.
Oh, true.
Figurines,
Very
which
true.
I'll
I guess that
haven't
is
tried
not.
before. So it's 100% plum.
It's almost like
Free food that we provided you.
Yeah, this
terrible,
is-
terrible deeds.
This
Do you
you-
remember when I visited and you hooked me up, gave me free shit,
look like they're
got me
having a
to the
nice
front
time.
of the line, gave me free food? Horrible. You're a horrible person.
could have been avoided with the bare minimum research.
Ethan didn't write this
And
complaint.
but you know what's crazy? You know
What?
what's really crazy?
That you think Ethan
This
wrote
is
this
now in
complaint?
legal documentation. So
What? What? Oh my god! I feel so. It's actually
So
sad.
he's saying he's using this as evidence that I
sad.
knew he was 18. Now I didn't ask your age. I don't give a fuck if you're 17 or 18. You're coming to a clothing pop-up. First of all,
Yeah.
okay, just to address that. And
Yeah,
second
yeah,
of all,
true, true.
I didn't write the complaint,
Yeah,
dipshit. Why are you talking to me?
Ethan, are
You're
you
barking
sure?
up the wrong tree, brother.
Ethan, are
I'm
you
not even
sure?
a lawyer.
Are you-
I've never even taken a bar exam or
But
gone to a single day of law school.
But we do have the same lawyer. So do you think that maybe you're the one writing up these complaints, and Ram's just is putting his name on it?
I would absolutely not fucking waste. I would not do that. I would not do that. Trust me. I have a lawyer and I pay him a lot of money.
I'm picturing Lord of the Rings, like, oh, oh, hi, doggy.
By the way,
there's
but
so
even
many
if you
cute
do
dogs.
think, oh yeah, you're meeting my
They're
doggy.
so. Oh my God, hi.
Puppies are here.
Oh my goodness, we've been
Hi,
wanting you
loves.
to be here the entire time. Oh my God, just brought pure joy. I needed that to decompress from that.
Hi,
You came in with all the joy right now. You really did. You were watching that.
I think your advocacy is performative. And you know why? Because you had the audacity
What?
to cover the Colleen Ballinger story with me. And then when you're trying to take someone else down, you are literally in legal filings trying to in my opinion, reciprocate.
Nice try with the righteous justice. Maybe don't
Dude.
fucking lie about people. You did dumb little shit.
And breathe.
Sorry that
Regulate
you went through that
yourself.
horrible thing. It doesn't mean you're infallible for the rest of your life. Right?
It's true.
How dare he?
I know. And it's like, wait, and now I'm like a fake advocate.
Because don't you know he's infallible for the rest of his life because you covered what happened with him and Colleen.
Okay, Jesus
like, what,
Christ.
6 years ago?
Yeah, but it's like, that doesn't mean that now I'm saying that Kat, and like, it doesn't make any sense regardless, though. It's like,
no.
I have a very hard time following Adam's rat maze myself.
Well, he's saying,
you know what I mean?
He's implying almost that Kat is abusing him.
It's weird. Why is he getting so flustered about it?
He's like, you covered when Colleen was abusing me, but now you're covering it when Kat is abusing me too. You dare to accuse that, but you never even accused that.
I didn't even accuse. I've never even said that.
I don't know what
but he's talking about the drinking thing.
Dude, he's stuck in a rat maze. He literally doesn't even know.
But the rat maze is starting to get. I want to get out.
Rat maze.
I'm feeling like I'm stuck in a rat maze.
We're stuck in his mind. His mind.
Yes.
His beautiful mind, as you can see.
The beautiful mind.
Fucking schizo set wall.
Dude,
reciprocate the relationship of inappropriate dynamics between me and Colleen Ballinger to me and Kat Tembarge.
You never did
what?
that.
How is that to that?
Well, that's just a lie. You never made that comparison.
Never. I have never made that comparison ever.
Ironically,
ever, like he says.
Ironically, he's right now justifying why we're talking about him because you're a liar.
Correct.
You hear that?
Correct.
In my opinion, Alexa, it seems that you've replaced Colleen Ballinger with Kat Tembarge, and you've kept me the same.
Wait, how, dude, it's so embarrassing. Are you thinking before you're speaking?
It's actually super toxic. He's trying to exploit this terrible thing that did happen to him.
Yeah,
he's trying to
true.
leverage that for sympathy.
You're right.
Against you, who never mentioned Colleen.
Never.
It's nothing like Colleen.
Never.
It's a lawsuit against Kat for defamation, which you don't even dare to go into the actual specifics of it because you're a coward and you know it looks horrible.
He doesn't go into it.
Like, what the fuck?
How am I now equating Colleen Ballinger to Kat Tenbarge with you?
Never did.
Never did. Provably false.
Oh, that's the word.
Provably false.
How dare you?
Shut up.
Have this eat predators advocate.
Shut up, rat boy. How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you,
How
mummy?
dare me?
Mummy! They're speaking foul of me, mummy. Has anyone seen my mummy? How dare you? Shut up, you fucking rat. Give me back the cheese.
No. Please, he needs to
You're
go
not
towards
even
the
worth the
cheese.
cheese
He needs to go towards the cheese.
Advocacy for survivors, as you will say.
What?
But you are
See how
trying
he
to.
does this? Then I'm a fake advocate because you made up a story right now saying that I'm equating Kat Tenbarge with
Never
Colleen
said
Ballinger.
it.
Never even said it,
And if
dude.
you did, he'd show it.
It's like, that's how you're going to prove I'm a fake activist?
By lying.
Am I lying?
Which is why you're suing Kat. Like, hello.
Hello. It's not clocking. It's not.
He's not clocking that we're standing on business. Yeah.
It's true though, is it not?
It is true.
I think it's true.
Victimize me. You're
true.
trying to, in legal documents, make me a victim.
Whoa.
That's how lawsuits work, man. You keep saying legal documents like it's some incredible own. That's how it works. That's how the system is made to work.
Yeah, but it's like, but the documents are not trying to make you a victim. It's talking about Kat Tenbarge's behavior.
Actually, it's very much making you look like a giant asshole. Right? Like, not at all. Not at all.
Kat Tembarge.
Did he even read it? Like, genuinely?
No, I don't think he did. I don't think he did.
He read it.
I don't think he read it. I don't think he can read it.
He might not be able to read.
I put on my thumbnail like YouTubers who can't read good.
Rats can navigate mazes, but they sure as hell can't read. Not as far as I know.
I've only seen them speak like Ratatouille and Tom
He's
and Jerry.
not cute rat like Ratatouille, just to be clear.
No, Ratatouille.
Ratatouille's
Well, yeah, badass. That movie's amazing. Yeah, no.
He's probably a terrible cook. Nothing in common.
Can he cook? Can he read? I have some questions for Adam McIntyre after this video. Wait, look
How
at him.
dare you? How dare you, Alexa?
He didn't even read it.
Yeah, I bet he didn't read the complaint. He just turned on the fucking camera. They're going, how dare you?
Yeah.
H3 was at their peak when they were talking about the Colleen thing as well. How dare you as well?
But eats Drake Bell's.
How dare you as well?
I just saw the grossest. Like, the people that watch his, like, go back. It like says about eating off of Drake. Alexa never cared about victims. You did that? See, but eats Drake Bell's.
But yeah,
It's just,
what's
I
wrong
mean,
with
his
your chat?
audience. Yeah, what's wrong with his chat, dude? This is.
I saw someone say Alexa's irrelevant. I was like, that's interesting considering you made 30 videos on her. You know what I mean? Who's irrelevant? You talking about her. How irrelevant are you?
How dare you
so
as well
ridiculous.
feed into this narrative that is
Narrative.
completely
You haven't even read the
fabricated,
lawsuit.
completely wrong,
not read
and
it.
completely
No chance.
I don't
defamatory
think so.
to Kat Tembarge and defamatory towards me.
Here's what I'm going to do for Adam. I'm going to invite you to retain a lawyer and prove it, you dumb coward, rat-looking ass, snarker-brained loser.
Oh my
You're a
God.
giant loser. You turn on every friend. You're turning on Kat, and you even turn on your own mummy. Okay.
Oh, no.
So
Anyone
Adam,
see her?
you know, go nibble on the cheese, McIntyre, and good luck responding to this one. Address the video.
Please no, and again, he please address the law. Like, can you read
Read it.
this,
Read
please,
it.
and talk about what it's actually, or just read your section if you only care about yourself.
Yes.
That's good enough.
Yeah, let's
Go read it.
We concede that the 18-year-old thing was wrong. So let's move on.
Honest
Adam.
mistake.
Yeah.
Honest mistake.
Let's move on, and I urge you to
But he-
address the complaint and to address the video. of Kat
video. Yes, 100%.
enjoying alcohol with you in a hotel room.
100% actually, because it made it seem like she's never done anything like that.
She very clearly is very questionable. Well, listen, Alexa,
Yeah.
it's been a fun time.
Thank you,
I've really
Ethan.
enjoyed. It's been
Thank
been a
you.
serious time as well. And I
Thank
really
you.
enjoyed you sharing your story with
Thank
us.
you.
And
Thank you
I'm
for
rooting for
having
you.
me.
I think the lawsuit, again, it'll be linked in the description so you guys can read it if you want. It's a slam dunk. It's a slam dunk.
Yes,
They're fucked. I mean, she's fucked.
You're just saying that because you wrote it, but I appreciate
I know.
that
I'm
anyways.
hyping myself up.
It's really nice, really humble. No, thank you so much. No, seriously.
But anyway,
Thank you.
so are you online right now?
I'm back online. Yeah, I've been going live, addressing
Where
a
are
lot
you
of
going
this
live?
via-
Promo
on
your-
Eat Predators. Okay, on Eat Predators at Eat Predators YouTube channel. Alexa
Eat
Nikolas.
Predators at Eat Predators at Eat Predators.
at Eat Predators at Eat Predators at
That's easy to remember.
Eat Predators.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. I hope you've we've covered a lot of ground here today. So
Yeah, thanks for listening.
thank you.
I
for
really
sharing.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
And hey, that's all I have to say about that. Thanks, everybody.